Hello, Renee from Lamont here. You guys, the narcissist believes that you will never be done with them, regardless of what you say, what words you use. And I'm going to break this down and explain, okay? But let me just start by saying, how many times have you expressed that you were done, and then they just go on like you've never said a word? They didn't even hear you, let alone you might have meant it, right? That's because the narcissist doesn't put any meaning to the words whatsoever. They don't even hear us, but there are other reasons to do with us that they think that we will never leave. And I'm going to explain that. They fully believe they can and will win you over again and again and again and again and again. And they do win us over again and again. Until they don't. Some of us, right? Leave. Cut them off. Stop the madness with them. What concerns me is they go on and impart that same madness upon someone else. So just because I cut off the narcissist at the knees, you may have cut off the narcissist at the knees. It does not mean that they didn't move on to another unsuspecting person. Yes, they did. So that breaks my heart. But they believe you will never leave. It is their arrogance that makes them think that. It is their self-entitled attitude that they are indeed entitled to you, anytime they wish, without consequence. It is our behavior. This is what concerns me. And I don't know how to handle it. But every time we say we're done, and then they go on and pretend like they didn't hear us for the reasons I mentioned, they're arrogant. They didn't even listen. They don't have empathy. They don't care how you feel. But on our part, every time we say that and then we don't, it's the same thing with a toddler. If you keep, as far as consequence, right, for actions, you keep telling them, I'm done, this is it. I screamed that in every possible way I could think of saying it. And I'm verbose, we know. I'm sure I said it 18 ways from Sunday. But did I leave? So my behavior taught them differently. Just like I say to you, we got to watch them for their time and their action in terms of if we can judge if a person is trustworthy, right? Especially with a narcissist. You move too fast, forget it. You can't believe them based on their words. You have to see action. Same with us. So our words are saying, I'm done, forget it, They don't believe you because you've said it before and you kept showing up anyway. Now, this is not to tell you better just leave and that's your only option. I always say I don't tell anyone to leave and that's a very personal choice. I can, however, tell you that if you indeed are not leaving, you should not say that you are leaving. You should not say that you are divorcing. You are moving out. You're done. You're through. If you are not indeed done, through, moving out, whatever stage of relationship, or divorcing if you're married, you saying that and then not doing it makes them know it's an empty threat. Isn't that like ultimatum 101? Yet we do it. I consider myself a healthy-minded individual, a strong girl even, but I did that. I didn't even do it rearing a child. I don't do it with my friend. You say what you mean what you say. We all grow up, we think, right? But you're screaming, I'm done, and then you stay anyway. Of course they believe it's never going to end. What's different? Oh, this time I got really mad, Renee. Did you? I don't think a human being on the planet can get madder than what I can get, or can display anger as much as I can. I've gotten that under control. But when I'm hurt or, disrespected or wronged, je m'excuse, that is an alarm going off. I really do lose it. I really do, because I become incensed that somebody could treat someone that way. I become incensed that there could be humans on the planet who decide to impart that kind of harm on a fellow human. So I become incensed when it's done to me, and I kind of have everybody in mind when I'm flipping out. They don't think it will ever end, because no matter how big the flip out, I stay, until I didn't, but I kept hanging in there. Any dysfunctional relationship you have, romantic partner, business partner, friend, family, you keep telling them, this is over, I've had enough, I've had it up to here. Okay, so now what? We always find more room to take more. And again, this isn't me telling you to leave. But if you do say that, be prepared to leave. That is a leaving statement. You know, the whole boy who cried wolf thing. They're not going to believe you. They always think that they can get you back. Hence the Hoover, the back and forth. With arrogance, they'll do it with a smirk on their face. How many of you seen that? Woo! They got like the half smile. I see you laughing. I'll get you back. Because Hoover goes through ugly periods, humorous periods, depending on what chance you are at the breakup. I saw so much arrogance through the Hoover, I don't know what I wanted to do. But it irks me to know that they arrogantly believe, unless you nail the coffin shut like I did and many of you have, and they know they'll be rejected flat out because they've exhausted all possibilities and they were horrible, and you let them know that. But if you are hanging in there, 1 foot in, telling them I'm going to leave, yet showing up for them, telling them you're going to leave, you broke up with them even, that's it, it's over, yet you meet them for coffee, telling them you're going to, they believe it's never, ever, ever completely over. Pardon me. They always think that there's a way they can come back in because our behavior taught them that. And first and foremost, their arrogance tells them that. Oh, she's not going anywhere. Unless, of course, you cause narcissistic injury after narcissistic injury like I did and keep telling them all the things you're never supposed to say to a narcissist. I said all of them 10 times. Pointed out the flaws, told him he wasn't unique, special. Oh, yeah. So now he knows he's going to get rejected here and his ego is going to be deflated. That's how far I had to go to make sure he knew it was over. I'm not saying go that far or be that mean. What I'm saying, though, is they really have a long stretch of tolerance. And as long as you are tolerating them, they will think they can be in your life. As long as you are accepting their phone call, answering their email, having the coffee, staying in the relationship, they just think it will always be there for them to reignite when they feel like it. And we've all seen that, haven't we? In a Hoover, they come back, they try to reignite it, and boom, they're gone. They disappeared. But if you didn't now close that door now, say that happened, they'll still do it again with another Hoover if they think that they will be received. So watch when you say it's over, it's done, because that language not lining up with our actions is teaching them that they will always have a spot in our lives. Regardless of how bad it is or what sentence you say, if you remained anyway, now that person knows, any relationship, not just that person now knows, just like with a toddler, they have no consequence, you're not really going to leave, and it's not really over. You guys pay attention to what you give out to them, because we are telling them things that are different than our actions. Take care.